Hello there, and welcome back to Beauty Beat, where today you are looking at a very different vantage point than you usually do. This is my desk slash vanity, 90% desk, 10% vanity, and I think that today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a shop my stash. I have this little organizer that is largely out of frame right now, but it has sort of my everyday products in it, and I just want to rotate things out. But this is a little acrylic organizer from Target. It's where I keep a lot of my everyday items. So things that I am trying to pan. For example, I have this brown shade. I have a shadow brush that I use to set my eye primer. The brush that I use for my brows. I think those three items are going to stay in. Oop. But for example, this can probably go away. This is a brow pencil. I haven't been using this at all recently. I've been so focused on panning my shadow that can definitely go back into my eye drawer, which is over here. I will try to get you better shots of all of this. We've shifted a little bit, but this is another thing that can stay in. This is the e.l.f. Active Post-Workout Cool Down Mist, and I am fine with using that regularly. I probably don't need two concealers out. I think that I can put away this e.l.f. Flawless Concealer, but I will keep out this Maybelline one because I am trying to pan it. My Kat Von D Lock-It powder I am trying to pan again so that can stay out. This is just the only sunscreen I have going, so this will stay. I'm just not sure it will stay in this little acrylic container. Kind of depends what else I need. I have some Kohl's Credit that is for some reason hanging out in there. This is another one that can stay out just because it doesn't fit in any of my drawers. This is from Dior. This is their Dream Skin Care and Perfect. I like this. I just don't think that it needs to be here. I think this can stay with more of my skincare. I don't really know how I'm supposed to use this. I've heard other people say that it's a serum. So I think I'm just gonna try it that way for a couple weeks and see if I like it better. I've been using it almost more as a primer, just as a first step before I do any other makeup, and it's been okay for that. It's one of those things that I will use up in some way, but I would absolutely never purchase. I got this from Influencer, and I think that it is far too much money for what this is. And I don't even know what it is. I'm just sure that whatever this is intended to do, it doesn't do well enough to justify the $100 price tag. I'm actually trying to use up a sample of a Glam Glow eye cream, so this can go away for a little while. Mascara and eye primers will stay out because I don't rotate through those. That just seems unnecessary to me. As can my liquid liner because I only have one of them. I think these can go in the drawer. I have a navy eyeliner and a brown black eyeliner. I just don't need to have them out. It is not so inconvenient to reach into a drawer to get those. Same thing with this brow setter. I don't use this every day. I use this maybe once to twice a week, so it can live in a drawer. That's fine. My Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer, I think can go back in the drawer as well. I do like it. I do use it quite a bit, but you know, I also have other bronzers that I would like to give some attention to. I'm trying to pan these three lip products this year. This NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream I haven't been reaching for even though it's out, so that can go back in the drawer. I do think I'm gonna leave out this Maybelline Pink for me because I have so much progress that needs to stay. I have so much progress that needs to happen between now and the end of the year that I think that is something that I should leave out if I want to finish this like my goal is, that I think I just need to have this out all the time and be reminded to use it. This Revlon Secret Club lipstick, I'm so close to my goal on this, and I have, I don't know, 8 months left to reach that goal, so I think I'll put this away, and you know, in a couple months, if I realize that I haven't used it at all in a while, I can bring it out again and focus on it again. But for now, it can go back into the drawers. Tarte Harmony, I really don't have a ton of this blush left. I think that I'm gonna put it back for now, maybe, but I haven't, I actually don't know if I'm gonna put Tarte Harmony back or not. We'll see. I'll just put it with the stuff that's gonna stay, and then I can decide later. I have this little sample of the Verb Reset Sealing Mist. This is what came as a part of a pack of 3 samples from Sephora. I used the shampoo and it was awful. I used the hair mask and it was actually pretty good, and I haven't used this because I don't even know how much I'm supposed to use. I suspect that I will not end up using this. I might pass it on to a friend or I might just toss it. I'm not really sure. Either way, it doesn't need to be out. Then I have some eyeshadow in here as well. I have the 2 Maybelline City Mini palettes. I am trying to pan shades from both of these, which is why they were out, but I don't particularly want to keep them out, so those can go back. I can focus on some other things this month or so. I really haven't decided if or when I would redo this style of video. I also have 2 glitters. One is from ColourPop. This is the shade Ladybird, and it is an ivory with quite a bit of silver to it. And this is from e.l.f. and it is the shade Flirty Birdie. It is a rose gold. Those can both go in my collection, back into my collection, because I've used them quite a bit. We're starting with lips. I think that I want to pull something super easy and everyday, which I think this e.l.f. Hydrating Core Lip Shine would be good. I haven't actually tried this yet, but it has this really adorable little heart in it. Isn't that cute? I'm excited for it for that reason alone. It's also what I think will be a really good color for me. So that can go with the stack of things that can stay out. I have my other 2 lip products can go back in the drawer. This I'm actually really close to panning. I mean, let me show you. That's it rolled all the way up. So I think I'm gonna keep that out and just plow through it the next few days. And maybe one more thing. I think I want to go with a red. So let me see if I can locate the red Dior lipstick. Oof. Yeah, there it is. This is stunning, and I really do want to make a point of using it. So that will be it for lip products, I think. So we've got those covered. Now for eye stuff. I actually have way too much eye stuff, as I'm sure you can tell. I've kind of overgrown my little drawer. I know that I want to pull out one of my e.l.f. quads. Specifically, I'm thinking that I want the berry one, which is somewhere down here. We're also going to pull together a little magnetic palette at the end of this video, but I think that I want to put this in my Shop My Stash. It is just a really easy little berry. In my eyes, it skews a bit more orange, at least on my skin tone, but sort of a berry palette. And to go with that, I think I'm going to take out this gold glitter from e.l.f. This is much more yellow than the one I showed you earlier. This is the shade 24 Karat. So that'll come out. I think for right now, it probably makes sense to just have those items out, and I can always add later. We'll see how things are fitting into my storage. Would you look at that? Let's move those to the side. I think that because I took out the Tarte bronzer, I will put in my NARS bronzer. This is Laguna. It is just the birthday sample from Sephora. And I also want to bring out this e.l.f. blush stick. This is their 3-in-1 in the shade Sparkling Rose. I have not been using this at all, and I feel like spring is the exact right time for me to get good use out of that, so that'll come out. Additionally, I want this peach blush. Again, I am kind of trying to hit pan on this. I was really trying to hit pan on this, and then I realized that was probably a pretty futile effort. So I would just like to hit pan on this at some point. That would be amazing. That's gonna come out. And let's see. I don't think I've used this pink Hummingbird blush practically at all since I came back to my apartment. So I think this is gonna come out, and I think that'll pair nicely with the Sparkling Rose. Be very glowy, but you know, that can be fun. And it would also be nice if I could fit this in, though that we'll see how the storage is doing after I put the rest of these items in. So let's scoot. All right, so let's see if we can actually fit the things that I've pulled into the storage that I have. I've been using this as my cheek area. So that works. We're off to a good start here. I think I use this as a cream blush quite often, so it makes sense for me to have it in the cheek spot. And then my little bronzer can just go there. Eye stuff has generally been right around here. Fantastic. Let's see. How do I want the rest of this to go? Are these gonna fit? Okay, that works well enough. Will I be able to, no, I can't see that. And this was actually supposed to go back in the drawer. As were these. I feel like I'm missing things. Well, there's one. And I think that is good to go. Cool. I'm very happy with that. And maybe once I do my little magnetic palette, no, not quite. Can it fit this way? Yes, technically, but no. Okay, that's fine. I like that where it is. And that means that I can stick my, my foundation in there too. Cool. So I've got my little everyday makeup area set up. As previously mentioned, we're going to round out this video by building a little magnetic palette. I'm going to store it in this 9-pan. I have had these shades in there for maybe 2 weeks or so. I've really been enjoying using them. They are very pretty colors. It's some interesting combinations can come of it, but overall this is very neutral. I mean, you have this sort of interesting little quad of cool tone neutrals, and then everything else was pretty warm. It was fun to mess around with, but I'm ready for something new. So I guess I'll just start by putting everything away, and then we can start fresh. Because this is going to be an everyday palette for me, I definitely want this cream in there. That is the shade that I've been using to set my eyeshadow pretty much every day. Let me reorganize. I'm sure that there's a lot of shifting things around in this video. Hopefully next time, if there is a next time, I will understand a little bit better exactly what the angles I need are, and it will be a lot smoother. I also have this really new to me Natasha Denona shade. This is from her Camel palette, and it's just new. I haven't used it, so I would like to use that. And let's see. I think this green would be fun with the other colors. This is a dark olive metallic that is also from NYX. It's actually from the same palette that this cream shade came from. Talking, it is harder than it looks. I also want this shade. This is kind of an interesting shade. It's a little bit cool toned. It actually looked rose gold in the palette that it came from, but I don't know. It has a little bit of rose to it. It has quite a bit of taupe to it. It's just an interesting neutral shade, and I think that it will also go well with what I have going on in this palette. Let's see. I feel like bringing in the orange might also be fun. Not really a color I go for super often, but I have actually been enjoying it recently, which is a new experience for me. I know these two look like the same shade, but this is shimmery and I use it as a highlighter. So I'm going to put that in there as well. This one's matte, this one's shimmery. I'm trying to pan both of them, so they should probably both stay out, so I'll actually use them. I have this dirty gold shade that I made. I feel like I'm actually just making a fall palette at this point, but that's okay. Who cares about the seasons? And then I'll top it up. Let's just lean into fall. I have this gold. This is actually a Wet n Wild highlighter, but it can come in, and I have one more spot. Let's see. now let's go with this shade. I think that'll be good to blend out the orange. I also think that I can use this as a really easy transition shade just in general. And I think with that, we have our little palette. It is not too exciting. It is very fall themed. There's a lot of sort of orangey shades. There's a little bit of olive, and with this really dirty gold and the straight up olive, it's interesting. I will definitely be pulling in some other more spring colors to use here and there, but I think that I will have a good time with this. Okay, and I think that that is it for this Shop My Stash video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you will let me know what you think of this format. If you have any thoughts about how you would like me to film these in the future, or even if you would like to see these in the future, definitely feel free to share them. I am open to suggestions. Thanks again for watching, and I hope I will see you next time. Bye!